Hey, fourth grade. All righty, time for another week with math. We are still working in chapter 5. Today we're going to do 9.5, which is problem solving with money. All right, so it says Josh, Tom, and Chuck each have 40 cents. How much money do they all have together? All right, so what are we needing to find? What question are we having to answer? Right, we need to know how much money they have together. All right, so what information in our problem are we going to have to use to solve this problem? Right, we're going to have to use that they each have 40 cents. So all three of them have 40 cents. Okay, and how are we going to use this information? Well, we can do a couple things. We can either add it all up or we can draw it out as well. So we're going to do both. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start with the drawing. So I'm going to put a J for Josh, a T for Tom, and a C for Chuck. And the reason that we're doing drawing and adding is because some of us are visual learners and it's a little bit easier to draw it out and do it that way. So in order to show 40 cents, I'm going to show Josh having a quarter, which is 25 cents, a dime, which is 10 cents, and a nickel, which is 5 cents. Okay. And all three of them have that same amount. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that for all three of them, a quarter, a dime, and a nickel for Josh, Tom, and Chuck. All right. Now that I've got it drawn out, I can go ahead and count that money up. I'm going to start with my biggest coins first and then move down to the smallest. So we've got 25, 50, 75 cents, plus 10 is 85 cents, 95 cents, and this is going to give us $1.05. And then we're going to move down to our nickels, $1.10, $1.15, $1.20. So together they have $1.20. Now, if you don't want to draw it out and you don't have to visually see it because you're not a visual learner, we can also take 40 cents and we can add them all up like this. Now, the important thing is to make sure that when you are writing this down, you have your decimal point and your place values all lined up. Do you see how all my decimal points are in one line right here? And then all my hundredths place, tenths place, and ones places. So now we just add 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 4 more is 12. Very good. Carry my 1 over here. Always make sure I bring my decimal point down. 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. Very good. And then I'm going to make sure my dollar sign is in front of it. So we got the same thing with two different methods. We could either draw it out to visually see it, or we can add it all up just like this by lining them up one on top of the other. All right, let's look at another problem. Okay, let's look at this one right here. All right, I'm going to zoom in on it just a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay. It says Juan has $3.43. He is buying a paintbrush that costs $1.21 to paint a model race car. How much will Juan have after he pays for the paintbrush? Okay, well, as you can see, they have already modeled the $3.43 for us. 1, 2, $3, 10, 20, 30, 40 cents, 41, 42, 43. So now, because we are subtracting, we're going to remove the bills or cross out the bills and the coins that were used to buy the paintbrush. So the paintbrush cost $1.21. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my largest place value. I'm going to cross out that $1 bill. And then I'm going to move on to 21 cents. How many dimes will it take to make 20? Very good. Dimes are 10 cents a piece, so I'm going to have to cross out 2 of them. And then 1 penny. All right, so now that I've crossed out the coins and the bills that I don't need, now I can count up the coins and bills that I have left over to see how much money Juan is going to have left. So starting with the biggest, $2, $1, $2, $2.10, $2.20, $2.21, $2.22. So Juan is going to have $2.22 left. But remember, if you're not a visual learner and you don't want to draw those coins and dollar bills out every time, we can line up our dollar amounts on top of each other and subtract them that way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that over here. $3.43 is what Juan started with. And then he bought a paintbrush for $1.21. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract that. 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Always bring down your decimal point in line with the others. 3 minus 1 is 2. And then, of course, our dollar sign out front. So again, our answers match, but we use 2 different methods to do that. If you're more visual and it helps you to draw out the coins and the dollar bills and then either count them all up or cross them out, then that is fine. But if it is easier for you to just write it like an addition or a subtraction problem, that's also fine as well. Either way is going to get you the correct answer if done appropriately. So just make sure that you're paying close attention to whichever method you are doing. All right, guys, that is it for today. As always, make sure you are going back and checking for any assignments your teacher may have assigned you. I know if you're in my class, I definitely have an assignment for you to practice. So go ahead and get that done so you do not get behind. Have a great day, guys. Tomorrow is your mid-chapter 9 quiz, so make sure that you are going back through the lessons from today and last week if you need to as a reminder, and do your absolute best on your mid-chapter tomorrow. And I will see you on Thursday for a new lesson. Have a great day, guys.